how's it going, guys? This is Stefan Thomas, and tonight I want to show you guys how I create commercials for every single business I join. Now, one of the many things that people ask me is how I'm able to get so many signups in every single business I tend to join. And one of the reasons I'm able to do that is because I'm always creating entertaining content, entertaining commercials. Because how many of you have ever joined a company that gave you advertising videos to advertise, and the videos are boring, the videos have no appeal, the videos are not entertaining? I don't know about you, but I can never promote an opportunity if the advertising videos that I'm working with is not appealing or they're boring. So I'm going to show you guys today how I create commercials, but before I get into that, I'm going to show you guys a few examples of the many commercials that I've created. So this is going to be a very informative yet detailed video. This is going to be a long video, so you want to make sure to take plenty of notes and follow along. So I'm going to show you all the tools you need to make this happen. So the first video that I'm going to show you was created over a year ago. It was about a year ago. It received 14,000 views on YouTube, and I'm going to go ahead and play that for you right now. And then we're going to get into what kind of things should you be adding to your video to make people want to join your business, to make people want to continue watching your videos. Because if you have a boring video, it's very easy to turn your leads off. So our job is to entertain them and keep them hooked to our video content. So let me go ahead and click on this video to give you guys one example, and then I'll show you two more after this. So this is a video I made for Devant Travels. Check it out.
It's no secret that people love to travel, and this is why CEO and founder Stefan Thomas presents to you Devant Travels. Get paid every day, no monthly fees, and doesn't wait for people to book their trips in order to get you paid. Give away vacation getaways and more with Devant Travels. Devant Travels. Live happy, live free.
Okay, so do you guys see how entertaining that video is? This is the type of content that you want to have the ability to make just to keep people hooked to your content. So if you join a business and they give you an advertising video, maybe it's a compensation plan video, you don't want some boring video. Now, I've seen a lot of companies that I really wanted to take advantage of, but they told me things like, you're not allowed to create your own video, or you have to, if you create a video, you have to come to us for approval before you're able to promote it. So any business that tells me that I can't be creative and create my own marketing videos, I never join those kind of businesses. I always look for businesses that give me creative control over the content that I create. So I'm going to show you another one, and this is also for Devant Travels. Take a look.
With Devant Travels, we're making a positive difference in the lives of thousands across the world with no monthly fees. So whether you're looking to travel or gain the financial freedom you rightfully deserve, we have you covered. Now that's something to dance about. Gain lifetime access to amazing incentives just for joining us. Vacation getaways are only a small part of what we have to offer. How about exclusive blowout discounts on movie tickets, dining, theme parks, water parks, concerts, sporting events, shopping deals, cruises, car rentals, and so much more. We're here to help, and this is why CEO and founder Stefan Thomas presents to you this life-changing opportunity. Gain the type of freedom worth dancing about. Devant Travels. Live happy, live free.
Okay, so did you guys see inside of the video where it mentioned my name, Stefan Thomas? This is how you brand yourself. This is how you make yourself stand out. So even if you did not create the company yourself, like I created Devant Travels, but let's say you joined a business that you did not create, you can still brand yourself as an online entrepreneur. You can have your video shout out your name, and you can have your own name inside of the video. So I'm going to show you guys how to put voiceovers inside of your videos, where to get your music, and how to put it all together so that you can stand out. If you can stand out, there'll be nobody online that will be able to compete with you. So the person that has the most exciting, entertaining content will be the one making all the money. And so, as you can see here, okay, do you guys see this Lamborghini right here? Now, believe it or not, this is a real Lamborghini, but we didn't really put the Devont Travel logo on this. All I did was go to Fiverr.com and I hired a designer to put the Devont Travel logo digitally on the car. So yes, this is a real Lamborghini in the picture, but it's certainly not my car, and we didn't really put the logo on that car. So this is all digitally inputted on this car, but it was a perfect way to brand Devont Travel. So in this video, you see two factors. You see me branding myself simply for the fact that the video has my picture, it has my name inside of the video, and it has our company logo on the car, which is really not there. So this video completely branded the company as well as myself. So if you want to make a video, you always got to keep in mind that people join people. People don't join companies. So if you're going to create a video, you want to make sure that whatever business you join, that you create a video that talks about the company, but most importantly, a video that brands you. People don't join companies. People join people. So you definitely want to make sure to brand yourself in the same similar ways that you've seen me brand myself in the video. So let's show one last example, and then we're going to get into exactly how I create these commercials. So let's scroll all the way up. So everybody that's in Daily Takeover, you've probably already seen this video, but I'm going to show you this video as one last video before we get into the actual tutorial. So take a look at this Daily Takeover commercial. Let's rewind here.
Earning full-time income online should not be that difficult. Quitting your job is one of the many rewards of online business. Yet over 97% of entrepreneurs fail online. And that's why we are here to tell you about our amazing program. Welcome to dailytakeover.com, where you will learn how to earn without selling or recruiting. And if you have a product that you are wanting to sell, we also have you covered. The best part about earning without selling or recruiting is that you get paid right to your bank account. No more having your PayPal or Stripe account frozen. Direct deposit is the way to go. Earn by dealing hundreds of companies you love. Walmart, Red Lobster, Starbucks, and so much more. Earn $300 plus per day with our guidance. At dailytakeover.com, you will discover what we have to offer. We look forward to seeing you succeed. We're happy to help.
Okay, so you guys seen the Daily Takeover commercial, and if you notice, inside of this video, instead of having words that are clashing with the images on the screen, I made a complete white screen and I put the words on it. I noticed that a lot of you in the group are creating promotional videos, but you're showing this clear footage, but you have words clashing with the moving footage, and you don't want that. So what you want to do is create a white screen where you write the letters on the screen. That way you have parts of the video, that have footage, and parts of the video that actually have the black words on the white backdrop. This way, you don't have any words, you don't want any words clashing with your footage. Like if you have a picture like this, you don't want words going across this clear picture because it's very distracting and it's very hard to make out the words. So I'm going to show you guys how and when to put the words inside of your video where it doesn't clash with the moving footage. So there's certain things that you're going to need to create an entertaining commercial. First, if you notice, all of my commercials have music inside of it. You don't want to have an advertising video with no music. Not only can that become very boring to your leads, but they won't want to finish the whole video. You want to keep them hooked on your video. Keep them hooked from start to finish. So you need music. That's first and foremost. You need music. You need a voiceover, which means you need talking in your video. You don't want to have a video with just music and words, but no talking. You want to have talking in your video. That makes it very exciting, and it keeps people hooked. And also, you need good footage. You don't want to just have a video with just pictures on the screen. You want to have moving footages. So the first thing we're going to start off by doing is I'm going to show you exactly where I'm getting my moving footage. Now, inside of the long email I sent everybody when they signed up, I talked about Pexels.com. That's P-E, X as in X-ray, E, L as in Larry, S as in Sam.com, Pexels.com. And I also talked about in that long email, Pixabay.com. Now, Pexels and Pixabay, these are all free websites that you can come to. You can get stock free footage and stock free photos, stock free pictures and stock free footages. So if you're ever looking for a video that you can sample, remember these are copyright free, they're stock free, which means you cannot get in trouble for using these footages or pictures. They're all free that anybody can use. So let's say I went to Pexels.com and I wanted to do, let's say, vacation. I wanted to make a vacation video. Now, I'm no longer promoting Devont Travels, but I did join another business called My $20 Business, or My $20 Travel Business. So let's say I wanted to make a commercial for that. So I'm going to come over here to Pexels or Pixabay.com and I'm going to type in the word travel. Now you can type in travel, hotels, cruises, anything dealing with vacations. You want to type that in this search box and press enter on your computer. And it's going to take you to the next page. It's going to give you a whole boatload of photos. For these commercials, I don't deal with photos so much. I like moving footages. I want videos with a lot of action in it. Like, for example, this video. Now, you can click on all of these videos, and do you guys see how the video is moving? Now, this looks like a very good footage I would definitely like to use. You can use this moving footage. When you drag your mouse over the picture, you'll see how the picture will begin to move. You see the lady walking? So this is going to give you an idea of if you want to use the footage or not. So I always check out the preview to see if it's something that I would like to use. I've used this footage. I've also used this footage before, but let's find a good vacation image. You don't have to use the word vacation, but you can type in anything related to vacation, hotels, cruises, theme park. Type in whatever it is you're looking for, and that should pull it right up. So I'm looking for a good image to deal with. Let me see if this one just might be something I would want to use. It doesn't look like that one's going to move here. Let's see. I'm not going to actually create a full commercial today. I'm just going to give you guys an example. So I'm going to click here because I want to see what the footage looks like. So let me click there. Come on. Get there for me. And all we're doing is just looking at the footage to see if we want to use it. So you got to be careful what kind of footage you want, or what kind of footage you decide to use. You want something that's really clear. Now in this case, this picture doesn't really move. All that's moving is the waterfall. So I don't really want that one. Let me see if I can find a better one here. I want a moving footage. I'm always a big fan of footage that moves because it's just more exciting that way. So let's see. I like this one. Let me try this one. I like the bird's eye view. I see the fact that it's moving. So let me go ahead and use this one. Okay, so I actually found a better video that I like a lot better than the other footage. Because as you guys can see, this thing is moving. I like the action. So all I do is come over here to free download, click free download, and that's going to download to your computer. As you can see down here, it's downloading. It's 42.9 megabytes. And it's downloading as we speak. Now, another thing to remember, when you're choosing your footage, You want as many scenes in your video as possible. You don't want to have a video with only 1 or 2 scenes in there. You want to have multiple scenes in there to keep people's attention. So again, I'm getting them from Pexels or Pixabay.com. So that footage is still uploading. So once you got all your footage, now you have to think about what kind of footage you want in your video. Like, you don't want to choose just any old kind of footage. You want to choose, inside of your mind, you want to think about the type of business you're promoting and what type of footage will go good for your video. So if it's vacations or a vacation business, you want to look up vacation scenes. If it's quitting your job, you might want to look up office or jobs. You want to type in office or jobs to find maybe job scenes in here. So you always got to be careful what type of footage you select and make sure that it makes sense in your video. So if you're talking about quitting your job, you don't want to have a scene of a puppy walking down the street. It just doesn't make sense. So you want to make sure that whatever footage you choose is correlating with the theme of your video. So now that you guys know how to download footage, as you can see, my video is still downloading here. I'm going to show you the software that you need to put all of this together. But before we talk about the software, I want to show you guys exactly how am I putting the voice in my videos. If you notice that the 3 commercials I showed you guys had a voiceover in the background. So there's 2 options here that I personally know of. The 2 Devant Travel commercials I showed you with the guy dancing, and then we had another video that talked about Devant Travels, live happy, live free, and then you seen the guy skiing through the snow. You guys know that voiceover? Well, I got that from Fiverr.com. If you want a professional voiceover for your video, you can go to Fiverr.com and you can type in voiceover. So when you type in voiceover, first definitely you want to set up a free account. That's first and foremost. Set up your account, and you can come down here to where it says voiceover, and you can check out all of these people's work. Now these are all voiceover artists, and you get to check out their projects and see what they sound like before ordering for them. So I usually go for the people that are top sellers. If they're a top seller, it's actually going to tell you in the description that they're a top seller. Now I like to use a seller on Fiverr called Your Royal Highness. As funny as that might sound, he's a professional. He's done TV voiceovers. He's done movie voiceovers. You can type in voiceovers and look for Your Royal Highness, or you can just choose other people. You get to choose who you want to work with. So if you're not planning on using Fiverr, because it can get kind of pricey if you're wanting your voiceover to arrive as soon as possible and you don't want to wait around days just to get your voiceover back, you can also come over here to WaveNet Vocalizer. Now, WaveNet Vocalizer, do you guys remember the Daily Takeover commercial that I just showed you last? That's not a real person speaking. That is a software that has 84 lifelike voices in 27 different languages, and dialects. So I go to wavenetvocalizer.com and I pay about $9 per month in order to use this software. Now this software, once you buy the software, you're paying $9 a month, and I'm going to show you how WaveNet Vocalizer works. So I'm already a member. Again, it's $9 a month. I click on login. So once you buy, you're going to get access to your login to WaveNet. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and start a new voiceover here. So let's see, start a new voiceover. And the way this works is you want to come to this box that says file name. I'm going to name this my $20 travel business. I'm just going to name the file so I can find it in my back office. Now they're going to ask you, what language do you want the voice to be in? I can choose English, or you can choose a different accent, but I'm going to stay with English here. I'm going to stay with English, and I like to use the voice Mark, because Mark seems to sound more realistic than all the other voices. So let's go ahead and play a sample of it. Let's go.
My name is Mark, and today I will be your guide at the Chicago Art Institute.
Okay, that sounds fair enough. So you come down to where it says paste text right here. So now is where you got to get creative. In the Daily Takeover video, I mentioned the fact that you get to earn without selling or recruiting. You always have to think about the important points that you know are going to get people's attention. Because a lot of times people hate selling, they hate recruiting. So I made sure in that Daily Takeover commercial to mention the fact that there is no selling and no recruiting required. I also mentioned the fact that you don't have to worry about your PayPal or Stripe getting shut down because you get paid direct deposit right to your bank account. You have to think, when you write your script, you have to think what are important points that people need to know to help them make an educated decision of whether they should join your business or not. So you want to make sure to brainstorm your script and make sure that it's something enticing. So I'm not going to actually make a new commercial today. I'm just going to type something just to give you guys an example of how WaveNet Vocalizer works. So I'm going to say, for my $20 business, I'm going to say, welcome to $20travel.com. This is the cheapest travel business you will ever see. I'm just making this up as I go. So I'm not really brainstorming this to make this perfect. I'm just trying to give you guys an example. So I said, welcome to 20travel.com. This is the cheapest travel business you will ever see, where you can earn full-time income. And the best part is that you are paid residual income. Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again for the same tax. Also, in this program, you will receive crazy blowout discounts on hotels, travel, and entertainment not available to the general public. And I'm just going to say something random because I don't want this video to take forever. We look forward to working with you soon. Now, of course, if I were to write a script, it would sound a whole lot better than that. But just for the timeliness of this video, I don't want it to be too long. So I'm just gonna create this and just hear what it sounds like. Let's see. So you click on create. Okay, it's loading. Now let's hear what this sounds like.
Welcome to 20travel.com. This is the cheapest travel business you will ever see, where you can earn full-time income. And the best part is that you are paid residual income. Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again for the same task. Also, in this program you will receive crazy blowout discounts on hotels, travel, and entertainment not available to the general public. We look forward to working with you soon.
Okay, well, that sounds about human. So once you are satisfied with the voice you're hearing, then you click on this downward arrow right here that says it's a download button. So you want to press that, and that's going to start to download it onto your computer. Okay, let's see. Okay, so as you see right here, it's downloading. I accidentally pressed it more than one time, so it's downloading more than one time. It looks like it downloaded 4 times, but that's okay. So now that we have our footages, we have our voice, now we want to find our music. Where can you find copyright-free music that you can use without getting into any kind of trouble? So you don't want to use music. You don't want to use popular music that's already copyrighted that can get you into trouble. And you definitely don't want to get in trouble by YouTube by using music that does not belong to you. So what I like to do is come over to YouTube and type in no copyright music. And I'm going to show you the YouTube channel that I get my music from. This is called No Copyright Sounds. So you want to look for this channel. I mean, there's other YouTube channels that will give you copyright-free music, but I particularly like No Copyright Sounds. So you click on the YouTube channel. So it's No Copyright Sounds. And then you get to scroll through their library, and you get to select the music that you think will go with your track. Be very careful with this. You don't want to select music that just doesn't fit. You don't want to select wild music that just does not fit the voice inside of your video. So however the voiceover man sounds in your video, you want to find music that complements that. But also, you don't want to have boring music. You want to have music that actually moves you. If the music doesn't move you, don't select that music. Because if it doesn't move you, then most likely it's not going to touch or move anybody else. So I just scroll through their library, and I want to see if there's any music I actually like. And this could take a while. Okay, so let's listen to this one. Let me see if this moves. Okay, it sounds pretty good. All right. Okay. No. I really don't like the singing in the background. When I choose music, I make sure that there's no singing in the background because I don't want that to distract. I don't want that to clash with the voiceover guy. So you got to make sure to go through this library, find something with no singing in it, find a solid track with just music. So now that you know where to find your music, now it's time to download the music. So in order to download the music, you want to come here. You see where it says www.youtube.com? You want to type in S as in Sam, S as in Sam, and you want to click enter. But you want to do it up here though. Do it up here to where in the actual search bar. So type in S as in Sam, S as in Sam at the top, and then you want to type in enter. That's going to take you to a website called nsave.net. Now sometimes I have problems with nsave.net not downloading my videos, but if that ever happens to you or it reroutes you to a different website like it's doing on my computer, because I seriously think I have a bug on my computer, you can always go to Google. If nsave.net does not work for you, then you can go over to Google and type in Y2Mate. Y as in Yankee, to mate. The only reason why it routed me to Yahoo from nsave.net is because I think I have some kind of malicious things on my computer. But if that ever happens to you, I use y2mate.com. So we're going to go to y2mate.com, and then you're going to get the YouTube link, get the YouTube video link, and you're going to paste it into this box. And then you're going to click Start. Once you click Start, it's going to lead you to a menu to click another download button. Once you download it, you'll see it on your computer. It's going to download at the bottom like all this other stuff did. So either you can type in SS Either you can type in the SS before the youtube.com, or you can go to y2mate.com to download your video, or you can head back over to Google and you can type in YouTube Downloader. YouTube Downloader. So when you type in YouTube Downloader, that's going to take you to YouTubeDownloader.com. So if you see YouTubeDownloader.com, you can click here too. So these are 3 ways you can download your video. All they're going to ask you for is for the YouTube video link. And if you want the YouTube video link to your no copyright music, then you want to click on the video that you're looking for. Like let's say we went to no copyright sounds. Let's say we went to no copyright sounds or no copyright music. And I chose the video that I wanted to download. All of these 3 websites that I pointed out to you that wants the YouTube video link, the way to find that link is you click on the video. If you really like the track and you think it's really going to work with the video, then you want to click on the video you're looking for and you want to snag this link at the top or this link. They're the same link right here. So you want to copy this link, right click, copy, and then paste it into where they're asking you for the video URL to download the video. So once you have your footage or your footages, you definitely want to have more than one moving footage in your video. Once you have your voiceover voice and once you have your music, now we're going to head over to a software that's called VideoPad Editor. VideoPad Editor. If you don't have VideoPad Editor, you can always go to Google and you want to type in VideoPad Editor. That's VideoPad Editor. VideoPad Editor. And that's going to lead you to the website that says nchsoftware.com. That's N as in Nancy, C for Charlie, H, software.com. This is the VideoPad Editor download. Now, when I bought this software, I paid about $30 one time. There's no monthly fees for this software, but you can download it to your computer. Once it's downloaded to your computer, you'll begin to open the software. So I'm going to show you how to use VideoPad Editor and how to put these commercials together. So I have a lot of downloaded videos that I took from Pexels or Pixabay, and I'm just gonna download some old videos that I already have uploaded just to give you guys an idea of exactly how this works. So you click on Add Files once you open the software. Come over here to Add Files. And then you're going to find your download. Find your download. Whatever footage you downloaded, that's what you want to find. So if you downloaded something from Pexels or Pixabay, you want to find that download and you want to upload it into this software. So let's say I found music that I wanted to upload, or the voiceover I wanted to upload. You're going to need to upload 3 things: your music, your footage, and your voiceover. So let's say I wanted to start off with the music. I'm just going to select this track that I downloaded a long time ago. I downloaded this on June 4th of 2018, so that was a long time ago. But I'm going to upload it right now. So you click on what you want to upload. Once you find your download, click on Open. And then it's going to ask you to place on sequence or do not place. You want to click on Place on Sequence. Okay, so once you place on sequence, if you notice, this plays the music. Let's go ahead and play it to show you. Now, there's no way I'm going to use this music for a travel video. I'm just downloading this track just to show you and give you an idea of how it works. But inside of the music, we don't want this thumbnail. We don't want this picture playing through the video because we're going to be downloading all the other footages that we downloaded from Pexels or Pixabay. So again, this video is not going to show you me building an entire commercial for real. I'm only doing this as an example. I don't want this video to take 2 hours. So if you want to get rid of this footage right here, then you want to right click with your mouse and you want to select unlink from audio. Unlink from audio. This is the audio track. This is the video. We don't want a picture playing because we're going to download our own moving footage and download our own photos to the video. So I'm going to click unlink from audio, and then we're going to click it again, and then we're going to right click again and delete the first track at the top. The picture track, we want to delete the picture track. So the only thing that we're going to be left with is just the music only. So whether you're downloading it from Y2Mate, whether you're downloading it from nsave.net, or whether you're downloading it from YouTube Downloader, once you upload it into this software, you always want to remove the picture track. Unlink it from the audio and delete it so that you're only left with this line right here, which is the music. So once you get your music in there, now we want to add our voiceover. So I usually add the music first, and then I add my voiceover in there because based off of what the voiceover guy is saying is going to determine what pictures I put inside of the video. So the next thing we want to do is add our voiceover. So we come back up to here to where it says add files. And then we're looking for our voiceover that we used in WaveNet Vocalizer. So I accidentally downloaded it 4 times, so in reality I could just choose any one of these. So I'm going to select this. Again, I'm not making a real commercial right now. I'm just giving you guys a demonstration of how you can create the same kind of videos that I create. So now that you already downloaded a track, it's going to give you options of where you want the other track to be downloaded. I always choose at the end when I'm downloading my voiceover track, the second track, I'm going to select at the end. So now that the track is at the end, I'm going to drag this down. You always want to drag it down and move it over. And I usually put it in the beginning. And let's see what that sounds like.
Welcome to 20travel.com. This is the cheapest travel business you will ever see, where you can earn full-time income. And the best part is that you are paid residual income. Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again for the same task. Also in this program you will receive crazy blowout discounts on hotels, travel and entertainment not available to the general public. We look forward to working with you soon.
Okay, let's stop. Now, do you guys notice how the music is overpowering the voiceover? The music is overpowering the voiceover that I just downloaded. So if you need to turn the music down, then you come here. Now remember, this is the music, and this is the voiceover. So if you want to turn the music down, then you click on this little speaker button here, and then you can turn the volume up or down as much as you want. Or if you like the volume of this music track and you want to turn the voiceover up, then you want to come here to this speaker button, press this. You see that the volume is already up. So if the volume is already up full blast like it is here, then you want to come to the FX button. You guys see this FX button right here? You want to click the FX button, and then you want to come up here to where it says plus. So you click plus, and then you want to come down here to where it says amplify. Amplify. This is going to make the voice louder. It's already preset to 100, but I'm going to make it 200. Let me just push it over to 200. And then you also want to come back to the plus sign, click the plus, and you want to come over here to where it says equalizer. Equalizer. When you click on equalizer, you come here to where it says configure equalizer. You click on configure equalizer, click this button, and you see that it's a flat line right here. Do you guys see that? I like to move it all the way up. Not fully up, but just a little bit below this line right here, because what this does is it brightens up the voice and it makes the voice stand out. So if the voice sounds a little monotone or a little flat, it's going to brighten up the voice and make it stand out more. So let's hear what it sounds like now.
Welcome to 20travel.com. This is the cheapest travel business you will ever see, where you can earn full-time income. And the best part is that you are paid residual income. Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again for the same task. Also in this program you will receive crazy blowout discounts on hotels, travel and entertainment not available to the general public. We look forward to working with you soon.
Now, do you guys hear how the voice stands out a whole lot more now? Now that I added the amplify. Now, you have to really have a good ear to hear this. If you turn up the amplify, the voice is going to be louder. If you configure the EQ and you push this line almost all the way to the top, you'll notice how much more clear the voiceover is going to be in your track. And if it's ever still not loud enough, then you can always turn down the music a little if you need it. You have to play around with this thing to get a quality sound. So this is where you experiment so you can get a good sound. So this is something that comes with practice. So you want to play around with the equalizer and also the amplify. Now, once you get your voiceover and you get your music, now it's time to add the footage. All the moving footages that you downloaded from Pexels and Pixabay, you want to come down here to where come up here to where it says Add File, and now you want to find all the footages that you uploaded for this video. So when you're choosing your footage, you always have to think in your mind, what kind of footage will go best for this video? If you notice, all of my commercials have multiple scenes in it. It's never just one scene because I don't want it to be boring. So I download tons of footages that I could possibly use for the video. So let's just say I'm just going to choose any footage. Let me choose this footage. I think this is the one that I got from Pexels today. So we're going to try this one out. Yes, it is. So I usually like to put the footage in at the end. Like at the end, it's asking me where I want to place the clip. I'm going to select at the end, and then it should go right here. So let's see if it does it. Let's see. Okay, so notice how it's at the end. Okay, now take a look at this. Do you guys see how it doesn't just have the footage? It has a track at the end. Make sure that when you're working with footage that you remove the bottom piece. Keep the footage and remove the bottom piece. So you want to click here and you want to unlink from video. Make sure that when you're working with footage to remove the bottom track of that clip. So unlink from video. And once you unlink it from the video, you want to come here, click it again, and you want to delete. Right click and delete that bottom footage. Okay? So I could make this a beginning scene. If I want somebody smiling in the video, then I can go to Pexels or Pixabay and type in smiles. If I want pets in the video, I can do that. If I want vacation footage, cruises, I decide what footage goes into the video based off of what I type on Pexels or Pixabay. So I download the video, upload it into the system, and let's just see what that looks like.
Welcome to 20travel.com. This is the cheapest travel business you will ever see, where you can earn full-time income. And the best part is that you are paid residual income. Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again for the same task. Also in this program...
Okay, so that could be a footage. Now, if I were to make a real commercial today, before you today, I would not keep this city image going for so long. You don't want to have the same footage moving for too long. So you want to, somewhere in this video, to jump to a different scene. Maybe some different buildings. Maybe a scene of a beach. You have to have as many different footages in your video to keep people entertained with your video. So there's no way I would have this moving for 13 seconds straight. I would never do that. So if I were creating a video, I would switch this up. So let's see what I can do.
Welcome to 20travel.com. This is the cheapest travel business you will ever see, where you can earn full-time income. And the best part is that you are paid residual income.
Okay, so notice how it says residual income. So instead of keeping the footage moving, I can put words in this video where people can actually read. So instead of having words cover the whole screen and clashing with the picture, I'm going to show you how to put words inside of it. So let's see.
Residual.
Okay, so I'm looking for the part of the wave. Remember, this right here is the guy talking right here. This bottom clip right here. So I want to find the part. I want to come over here. You see where my arrow is? I want to come over here and I want to expand it. Move this little cursor to the right so I can expand this bottom wave, because I'm going to slice this so I can put words in it.
Residual.
Okay, so see this wave right here? This is where the voiceover guy, right here, this is where the voiceover guy said residual income. Now watch this wave. Look very closely.
Residual income.
Okay, let's play it again.
Residual.
Okay, so he said residual income right here. These are his voice waves. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to split it. You want to come here to where it says split. So I clicked on the scissor symbol, and then instead of having these buildings continue to move, I'm going to put words in here. So I have two options. I can either move this red line over and drag this over here. I could do that. And then right here, I'm going to start putting words in here. So let's listen to what the voiceover guy said.
Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again for the same task.
Okay. So after he said task, that's where I can move the footage back. Now remember, always have different footage in your video. Don't keep the same footage moving through the whole video. That gets very boring. So this voiceover guy said, residual income is doing something over and over again and getting paid for the same task. Let's listen again.
Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again for the same task.
Okay, so let's say I wanted to add words. You want to come down here to where it says, you see the little magnifying glass here? You want to come down here, move this all the way to the right. Move it all the way to the right, because you want to make sure that when you put the words here, that it's right on target. Make sure that it's right at the end of this bar here. Wherever you slice it, that's where you want to put your words. You have to be careful where you slice it. See, guys, this takes a certain talent. It takes a certain skill to do it this way. This is why it takes practice, and I knew this was going to be a long video. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. So I'm going to add words here. So I'm going to come over here to where it says add text right here, add text. So anytime you want to add words to your video, make sure there's no moving footage where you're going to add your text, because that's going to clash. So I make sure that there's an empty space in between the footage where I can add the words. So I'm going to click on add text, and then this is going to take you to a white screen, and then you're going to type in exactly what the voiceover man is saying. So he said residual. Well, actually, these words are too big. If you want to make the words smaller, then you can decrease it right here. So I want it to be, let's say 12 font. So he said residual income is doing something once and getting paid over and over again for the same task. Okay, so I don't want the words at the top left of the page. I want these words centered in this white screen. So I'm going to come over here and click on the R. I'm going to press enter on my computer. And notice how it's somewhat in the center. And I'm going to push these words over. So you have to eyeball this. You have to eyeball this and make sure that it's actually in the center. So it takes a very sharp eye to do this. This is how I got those white words in all of my commercials, or the black letters in all of my commercials on the white screen. So let's see. And once you get the first line centered, you want to come here and do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to push all this over and make sure that it's all lined up perfectly. Make sure that it's all lined up perfectly. Now this is not a real commercial. Again, I'm just doing this to give you guys an example. So let's see what that sounds like. Let's see what it looks like here. So you want to make sure that wherever your words are, from the moving clip to the next moving clip, make sure that you drag this bar all the way over to the next moving clip. Make sure you do that. So these words will be showing until the next moving footage shows. If not, it's going to look like this. If you don't drag this over, you're going to play it, and then it's going to end up being a dark screen. So if you want these words to be playing throughout the whole time this guy is talking, you want to make sure to drag it over until it reaches the next moving footage. So let's just play it. Let's hear what it sounds like.
The best part is that you are paid residual income. Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again for the same task.
Okay, do you guys see how on point that was? As soon as he said residual income is doing something again and again or over and over again for the same task, these black letters immediately showed. That's because I had everything on perfect timing. I had to eyeball this by expanding this little cursor and making sure that as soon as he said residual income, boom, it says residual income is doing something once again and again. You have to make sure everything in this video is perfect timing. So you got to pay attention to the waves. Pay attention to the waves down here, or the waves of the music. That's going to show you exactly when these words should be there. So again, this is not something you're going to get overnight. It's something that takes talent and skill, and you can grow in this talent and skill, but it just takes practice. And I've been doing this for a long time. That's why I'm able to do it. So hopefully, guys, this makes sense to you. Let's play it again.
Residual income. Residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again for the same task.
Boom. So now I can create my next moving footage. So if I don't want this, I can download all the other footages that I had from Pexels or Pixabay, and I can put it together just like a puzzle and make a full commercial out of it. So let's say your commercial ends. Let's say you make a 2-minute commercial. You see right here where it says 1 minute and 59 seconds? Now let's say my commercial is 1 minute and 5 seconds, and I don't want the music to continue to play. I can come over here to where I want the music to end, and I can click on split. Now when I click this scissor symbol, I can slice this and I can get rid of the remaining music. So I would press the slice button or the scissors button, right click and delete. And let's say I wanted the music to fade out in the end. I don't want my video to end like this. I don't want my video to end like this. Do you want the music to really cut off like that? Absolutely not. So if you want your music to fade out, you want to click on this music track, click on it, and then right click on your mouse, and you want to press fade out right here. You want the music to fade out. You don't want your music to end abruptly. So you want to choose how many seconds do you want the music to end before the music track runs out. I like to choose 2 seconds. So I'm going to choose 2 seconds. And you see how it just fades down right here? This little line fades down. So let's hear what it sounds like now. You see how it just faded out? That's what you want your music to do. You don't want it to be just cut off abruptly. So you always want to use the fade out function, and you also want to add the fade in function if it's necessary. You really have to have a good ear to make these kind of videos. But, you know, again, it takes a lot of practice. But once you get it, you've got it. And also, when you're choosing your footage on Pexels or Pixabay, if the moving footage is too dark and the footage is not dark enough, then you want to come over here to where it says FX on the footage. Make sure it's the actual footage track. You want to click on FX, and then you want to click the plus sign, and then you want to come over here to where it says exposure. Exposure is going to brighten up your footage. So I want you guys to take a look at this. You see how it's brighter? But look what happens when I drag the cursor to the left. You see how the image gets darker? You see how it got dark right here? But let's say I drag it all the way over here. Okay, let's see if it gets lighter. It should get lighter. You see how it's light all of a sudden? You have to really eyeball this and make sure it's not too dark and it's not too light. You want to make sure that all of the footage in your video is not dark, but it's radiant. You really want it to stand out, but not being overkill either. So I would put it right here. That looks about right. So make sure that all of your footage looks like it has life to it. So once you're done with your video, you basically have to put this together like a puzzle until it makes sense, until it fits together. This is where you have to brainstorm and make sure that all the footage in your video makes sense according to the topic of your video. Make sure that you select your music, go to WaveNet Vocalizer, make sure to put in your voiceover voice, and frequently in the video, from time to time, you want to make sure to have the words on the white backdrop with the voiceover talking at the same time. You don't want to have words drowning out this picture. You don't want to have an overlay of words because it just looks really tacky. So I'll always put my words on a white backdrop. And then when I'm ready for the footage to show again, then I drag it back to the footage. So this is just like working with a puzzle. And then once you're done with your video and you faded out your music, you got all the volumes together, you make sure that the music is not overpowering the voice and the voice is not overpowering the music too much. Once you got everything right and you've been playing with all the levels back here and you're ready to upload your video, you click here to where it says export video, and then you're going to come over here to where it says video file. Video file. And then you're going to name your video. This is so you can find it in your computer. So I'm going to title this just a test because I'm not really making a commercial. I'm just giving you guys an example of how I make these commercials. So I'm just going to title this test, and then you click create. Once you click create right here, it's going to start uploading the video to your computer. Once the video is fully uploaded to your computer, now you can upload it to YouTube, you can upload it to Facebook, and I also want to mention, if you have footage of yourself talking about your business, you can add your own personal footage in here. So let's say you came to your cell phone and you recorded a video of yourself talking. You can record a video of you talking, and you can also put music in the back of that video and do the same thing in VideoPad Editor. This is how I make all of my payment-proof videos. I make a payment-proof videos of me talking about my business, but I always have music playing in the background. I use VideoPad Editor for the same thing. I use VideoPad Editor for everything. So, guys, I hope this made sense. I know it's a very technical. I know that it's very technical, and it could be confusing if you're not used to making videos. But I basically gave you guys the basics of how I make my commercials. So, again, I hope this added value. I'll see you in the next video.